Okay, I've been putting off this video long enough. Let's go ahead and talk about Star Wars Resistance. Hello guys and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.
So when Star Wars Resistance was first announced, I thought, okay, pretty cool. Let's see what it is. It's apparently Dave Filoni. You know, Dave Filoni, everything the guy touches turns to gold. I grew up on the Clone Wars, obviously. I really love Star Wars Rebels' story, you know. I do think that it was, a little chained down by Disney, but the story was still amazing by Dave Filoni. So here we go. Let's see what Dave Filoni's next project's going to be. Oh, wait a minute. He just came up with the concept. He really has nothing to do with the overall project of Star Wars Resistance, and I think it could have been fantastic now, and I wish he was involved more, because if he was, I think this could have been a great idea. I honestly feel like a show like this could have fixed some, not all, some of the problems with the sequels, because here's the thing. A lot of people did not like the prequels when they first came out. Now, of course, being in the age group perfect for the movies at the time, it was practically made for me, and I personally loved every single second of it. I got in it a little late, but I always will love the prequels. But even I have to admit this. As much as I love Episode 3, it would not have been... That movie is so much more impactful. It would not have been as impactful. That story would have been as impactful if not for what they did in the Clone Wars. And I feel like if you could build up to the events of Episode 7, we really need to know more about Kylo Ren. I feel like a Kylo Ren show is the best way to go. Through Kylo Ren, you could fix almost the entire sequel trilogy. Story 5 years before the events of Episode 7. 5 to, up to the point where Episode 7 occurs. I feel like that would be perfect, which is basically where this show kind of takes place. It takes place a little closer to Episode 7 than I would start the show, but it does take place in that area, and I feel like it has potential to actually build up. Then I actually get into watching the show. And boy, is it just a major disappointment. Okay, first off, let's just get the basics out of the way. The animation, it's terrible. And I'm an anime fan. This animation is poorly done. Cheap, it looks terrible. I don't like the animation. Something that this show really has a problem with is actually their cuts. Like, it's cut weird. Like, literally you go from one scene to the next scene without being cut. And for Star Wars, yeah, a lot of shows do that. But here's the thing. When it comes to other shows, like, they get into like this groove where it's a perfect moment to cut. And when it comes to Star Wars has always done these slide cuts. You know, they they fade up, they fade down. The show is the first Star Wars property I have ever seen that hasn't done that, and it needs to. It needs to so badly. There are so many just odd cutscenes. I am working along with a buddy of mine, Ninja243, and through that I'm learning more and more about how you should cut certain scenes together to make a show, as well as me making my videos and me making my fan fictions. I know which way I want to cut a certain moment, and which way that cut is going to be more impactful to the audience. And this is poorly edited. Okay. The dialogue. Ooh, boy, the dialogue. You want to talk about tough dialogue? I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. Some of Attack of the Clones dialogue is not exactly Star Wars' finest moments, but when you talk about the dialogue, it is so slowly drawn out dialogue that really, what am I watching? I feel like I'm watching a kindergartner show. And hey, you know what? At the end of the day, you're gonna watch this video and you're gonna say, okay, Dylan, you are literally criticizing this series. Isn't this made for kids? Isn't this made for a younger audience? Why are you watching this? Well, here's the thing. If I compare this to other kids shows, not only better kids shows, but if I compare this to Monsters at Work, which is a kids show made from the same company, made almost, in fact, it's actually more recent than Star Wars Resistance ever was. Guess what? The editing, the dialogue, everything in that show is perfect. Yeah, literally just for this video, I went out and I thought, okay, are they literally talking to kids like this? I literally looked up some old Thomas the Train videos. I also looked up some Barney and some Sesame Street. I just watched like 5 minutes of each of them, get an idea of how they're, talking to the kids. And no one is doing this stupid, long, drawn dialogue. Like, it's literally like they're drawing out the dialogue just to literally, just to stretch out the time because they don't have enough of a story to make a full, 22-minute episode or whatever, how long this is. Honestly, I do not like Star Wars Resistance. And it sucks to say that because I honestly feel like this show has great, and I mean great potential to fix a lot of the problems leading up to the sequel trilogy. And Disney went the cheap route. And that's what sucks about it. It's just cheap. And it's obvious that the audience wasn't there for it. Why do I say that? Because apparently Star Wars Resistance do have fans. And if you're a fan of Star Wars Resistance, more power to you. Honestly, more power to you. But it's obvious that the fan base was not there to help this show. And that's why it got canceled after the first season. They put out the second season. I hear the second season was better, but it wasn't enough to build enough hype, enough profit to continue the show. And I'm glad it ended when it did, because again, it was just a cheap product. So, I am going to be reviewing this, but I wanted in today's video just get my, thoughts about the show visually out of the way. And then in my next couple of videos, I will be reviewing 5 episodes at a time. Boy, I'm not going to be kind. Probably. To be clear, I actually did watch the first 3 episodes before I made this video. I also watched those 3 episodes when it first came out. So yeah, I've watched the first 3 episodes and I dropped out immediately after episode 3 because I was not interested in this show originally when it came out. But yeah, I did rewatch those first 3 episodes. We are going to review them very soon. And yeah, I just wanted to get this stuff out of the way in one video and not talk about it in every single one of my reviews. But this is something that's going to draw down most of my range for this show. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a couple of things that I found on the internet where it should look like. Like, this show should, first off, look like Star Wars Adventures, that actually is from Disney. Star Wars Adventures is so cool. The animation is so amazing. I want a full show made from this animation. Or how about this other fan-made animation from a fan? A fan actually made this other one that is just fantastic. Check these out. This is what the animation should have looked like for this show, in my opinion. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm doing this because, why am I putting myself through this? Why am I watching this? Because I want to review it on the YouTube channel. I actually want to, consume all of Star Wars and enjoy all of Star Wars and make reviews on all of Star Wars on this YouTube channel, as well as I want to actually, with a friend of mine, do a how to rewrite Star Wars The Resistance video on his channel, so I gotta watch it to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting myself through a lot of pain for you guys, so click subscribe please, because I can't believe I'm watching Star Wars Resistance. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.